Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 88 Eagles Den. Or if you're new here, welcome to the 88 Eagles Den. I have 88 eagles, and every day, almost every day, I ask its name and message. Today, I am reading from Eagle 18, and this is Eagle 18. She's made out of wood. Nice, beautiful carving. A lot of details. In her eyes. Her wings. So this is number 18, Eclipse. Now, sometimes I write it down and I read it, or sometimes I've been starting to just, what I do is I hold on to the eagle and I ask its name and message. So, Eclipse, number 18, I wrote down the message already. So I'm going to read what I wrote. Eclipse. Okay, this is what Eclipse had to say. Don't have to shrink low because others triggers us so. Triggers are a sign, like a stop sign, with two arrows going left or right. When choosing straight feels like a past pain, hurtful to your heart. Either left or right is the right turn. When going straight is running right into a train crossing filled with anxiety, without no end in sight. I am solid wood, connected to earth, knowing my past has been pruned and carved out of me. My wings are now free to fly higher. Like an eclipse, my past casting a shadow on my newly carved, sculpted self. For that split second, the shadow brought awareness to my choices. As the sun reappears, I am reemerged into a new reality of pure love and awareness. My body recognizes itself from nature. I may appear to be solid, but I am a reflection of light. The eclipse is in me. My darkest of dark is my brightest of bright. With the eclipse, I am aware that my shadow is a reflection of my light. The eclipse has me aware of that which I have forgot. To feel deeper past the darkness and see the sun behind its shadow. I am not the darkness your ego and fear are attempting to portray to me. This is only a shadow of my true light for myself and all to see. This is only a shadow of my true internal light for myself and all to see. No matter what, who, where, or even why, to always choose a path of the flying eclipse, to fly higher, to reach the sun. A trigger is like a stop sign. To remember, like an eclipse, you are light, and like the sun, always connected to me. Fly higher. Fly higher. Well, so what Eclipse is saying is your shadow. This is what I'm getting from this, is that, you know, when you're walking on a sidewalk and you see your shadow, you know, it must be really bright light to see that shadow. It must be a really sunny day to see your shadow on the sidewalk. So just as dark as the dark is as bright as the bright is what Eclipse is saying. That if you're feeling, you know, your shadow, if you're feeling really dark, just know that as dark as you're feeling is just as bright as the brightest. And to choose the light, choose the brightness of it, because you wouldn't feel that bad if it wasn't that bright. You know, it's like you wouldn't hate somebody that much if you didn't feel something for them. You wouldn't care. If you didn't care about that person, you wouldn't care. Like there's something on the other side of that. Otherwise, you just wouldn't care. So the fact that you have feelings about whatever it may be, you're upset, or, you know, you have fear, you have self-doubt, you feel unworthy. You wouldn't be able to feel unworthy if you were worthy. You wouldn't be able to feel fear if you were fearless. You wouldn't be able to feel sad if you were happy. It'd be impossible. It's a contrast. You wouldn't feel all those other feelings if the other ones didn't exist. We wouldn't know there was hot if there wasn't cold. We wouldn't know there was sad unless there was happy, like all these other things. So the shadow is just there to remind us that, hey, you know, you can feel this way, but that's just to show you, so you can learn that you actually have the ability to be happy. Like you, oops, my eclipse. I need the eclipse to bring more light. There we go. You have to recognize that on the other side of pain is joy. And if you're feeling that type of pain, that's your indicator, that's your body telling you that you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Radar, woo, you're going the wrong way. You're feeling bad, you're feeling pain, so not the right way. So you gotta realize that on the other side of that shadow is light. And you can do this too, because when you're feeling really bad, if you're feeling like someone's really just, you know, really triggered you, you can go past that trigger. You can go past that trigger. I call it the VIP room. You can go in your mind where nobody else can go. You can go into the VIP room in your head. You know, when you get there, there'd be a guy that's saying, oh, do you know the secret password to get in here? And you say, I am the VIP. Better recognize. And you go inside your head, you go in there, and you ask yourself the questions, why am I feeling this way? What do I have to believe about myself to feel this way? Why am I reacting? Why am I feeling this way? You go in there and you ask yourself, what do I have to believe to feel this way? And you go, wow, I was feeling that way about myself? I'm not that way at all. I don't believe that about myself. Okay, and then you realize that this is exactly what your body was trying to tell you, is that you are feeling feelings that they're not you. You're not that one. Why are you feeling like that? Just because somebody said something or whatever, like, you know, like, if you're feeling, if it's got you so wound up, you have to ask yourself, what do I have to believe about myself to feel this way? And be honest with yourself. You're in your VIP room in your head. You go in there. Only you're allowed to go in there, nobody else. This is a VIP room. Because what happens is when you're in the VIP room in your head, you sit in there. After it was so hard to get in there, you actually went in, you sat down, you ask yourself the question, what do I have to believe about myself to feel this way? You're like, oh, okay, I'll ask the question, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, obviously I have to feel that I'm worthless. Do you really believe that you're worthless? No. Okay, well then why are you feeling like that? Okay, well, cross it off the list. Someone, I don't know, whatever, just something. The bottom line is, if you ask yourself, what do I have to believe about myself to feel that way? When you're in the VIP room in your head, like I said, where nobody else can go there, no one's allowed in there, only you. When you're in there, you realize, what, this is it? This is the VIP room? That's it? What was I so hung up about? What was I doing all this stuff to myself? I don't understand. Because in the VIP room, you realize that none of that stuff is true. You're believing all that stuff and it wasn't even true. You don't feel that way about you. God doesn't feel that way about you. Your heart doesn't feel that way about you. Your heart loves you. The universe loves you. The fact that you're here, you are loved. Even if you're alone on a desert, like, you are connected. This is a unified field. Like, you are connected. You don't have to see everything to be connected. The one thing that you have to be connected to is your heart, your inner child. That's numero uno. Because at the end of the day, if you try to feel that connection with everything else, forget about it. You're never going to find it. Through relationships, through things. It's like you're avoiding going into the VIP room. You think you're not worth it. You think you're not worth going into the VIP room. Because when you go in the VIP room, you're going to see that that's where you are. And this is connected to your heart. And when you get there, you're going to realize, wow, I am great. I have all these gifts. I am loved. And the universe loves you. I don't know you, but I love you. You know why? Because you're watching this video and we are connected. So don't ever feel like you're not connected. You are connected. We're connected right now. I'm here to remind you that you are loved. And the eclipse, this eagle, is here to tell you to fly higher. Eagles fly above the bullshit. And this is made out of wood. And trees are connected. The roots are connected in the earth. So just know that you are connected. You're part of nature. So whenever you feel that you're disconnected, just know that once you connect to your heart, meditate for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, but you get connected to your heart, then you're connected to everything, because everything is connected. Everything is connected. Yeah, it's all energy. So just think of the eagle, think of Eclipse, the eagle, and just remind yourself, I always say fly higher, but remind yourself that you are flying high. You're flying very high. You're flying above all of that. And just feel the connection. Feel your heart beating, knowing that the fact that your heart is beating means that you have a lot to do. You have a lot of stuff that you need to experience and discover. We're all on this self-discovery. We're all learning about ourselves. that the shadow is not there for you to beat it up and, oh, that part of me, I don't like that part of me and everything. It's don't focus on the things that you don't like about you. Focus on the things that you love about yourself, because a shadow is just like a detour sign saying, oh, go over there. That's not you. Go over there. That's all it is. It's not there for you to get depressed. Your shadow, I'm getting depressed. I don't like this. I don't like that. And you can go on, but focus on what you do love. Focus on the things that make you happy. You know that childlike wonder, your inner child, it never went away. It's still in there. Get a coloring book. You know, tap into your inner child. Because that is something that brings out that part of you, that authentic part of you that is your ultimate connection. So when you talk to your inner child and think about the things that you did when you were little that really excited you, and maybe try one of those things out and do it again. Because why not? Your shadow is just helping you be aware of what you're not. You're not that. You're the opposite of that. God wants you to be healthy and prosperous. So if you're feeling depressed or unconnected, disconnected, then tap into your inner child and ask yourself, what are something that I could do that really excites me right now? As crazy as it might be, you know, just do it. Because why not? So this eclipse is here to show you that don't focus on the shadows, because a shadow wouldn't be there unless there was light. Remember that. The shadow wouldn't be there unless there was light. So focus on the light. Like, you know, it's like, you know, when you're looking for your sunglasses or your reading glasses, you go, oh, where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? And the glasses are on top of your head. Or like a fish looking for water. You're focusing on, where's the water? Oh, I'm so terrible. Where's the water? And you've been swimming in it all along. So focus on the light. To feel deeper past the darkness and see the sun behind the shadow. See the sun. Yeah. Have those aha moments. See, is my cat coming to say hello. Right, Sunny boy? His name is Sun. So use it as a sign. He's the sun. He's like an eclipse. He's number 18. Okay, yeah, so if you feel, oh, this is my shadow, I have to work on my shadows. No, you don't. You don't have to work on your shadows. You have to work on your light. You have to work on your light. You have to work on, wait a minute. What is this pointing me in the direction of? It's pointing you in the direction of what you prefer and what you don't prefer. It's like taking a bite of food and it tastes bad, but I'm going to keep chewing it until it tastes good. I'm focusing on my shadow. It's like, no, just spit it out and order something that you like. You know, like the fact that you can just recognize that, oh, this is something that doesn't feel good. I don't prefer this. This is behavior. This behavior that doesn't feel good. My attitude doesn't feel good. You know, all those things that don't feel good. My attitude, my behavior, those are all things about you that maybe you learned it, whatever. If it doesn't feel good, then focus on the light. Excuse me, son. Talking about eclipses. Sunny boy. So use that as a light bulb moment. Wow, I don't really like the way I handled that. Why did I handle it that way? That's not cool at all. How could I handle it differently? And let it shine light on that behavior that you don't like about yourself and make that change. Don't revel in what you don't like. Have the courage to recognize and the honesty to recognize the things that just don't feel good and change it around to something that's more loving to yourself and to others that feel good. Like I said, we're all learning all the time. But don't revel in what it doesn't feel good. Change it. Take action on things that do feel good, that do resonate with you. Yeah, it's just casting a shadow on things that are not, they're not in alignment. They're just not in alignment. And that's pretty awesome. If you recognize the things that you're not in alignment with, and you become aware of those things that you're not in alignment with, you feel it, and you say, nope. And then you really go full on to things that you are in alignment with. That's a really great feeling when you when you're listening to a great song, it just moves you. That's alignment. That's what it feels like. When you're doing something that you're in alignment with, it's like dancing to your favorite song. It's like, oh shit, my favorite song. That's alignment. That's alignment. So thank you, Eclipse, for reminding us that when something happens in our life, it's not to revel in the shadow part. It was to recognize that that shadow would only be there because there's light. The sun, and the darker the dark is the brighter the bright. So when you feel really bad, that must mean there's a big light there. So just focus on, oh man, I feel that bad. Why do I feel that bad? Because your heart is feeling the opposite. You're not beating yourself up. Don't beat yourself up all the time. You gotta love yourself. There's only one you. There's only one you, so love yourself because we love you. Okay, Eclipse, we're out of here. Look out for number 19, and I'm going to keep going to 88. Over and out from the 88 Eagles Den. Fly higher. You're flying high, but you can fly higher. Bye for now.